My name is Sir John Godsalve. I am honoured to greet thee. I am the son of Sir Thomas, whom we shall meet anon, alongside other eminent souls who have shaped my life. And let us not forget my dear wife, Agnes Widmerpole. Ere her passing, the peerless painter Hans Holbein didst capture her visage, along with mine own. There is in addition another portrait, side by side with my noble father.
As Registrar of the Court in Norwich, I secured preferment for John. His wit and ambition led him to serve as one of 4 clerks of the Signet, shuttling documents betwixt the House of Lords and Commons. Stephen Gardiner took notice of him. He, in turn, commended John to the illustrious Thomas Cromwell, close confidant of our glorious King Henry. When Cromwell met an untimely end, John retained his posts and added more, owing to his diligence.
Now I blush, but gratitude fills my heart. I became keeper of the royal seal, nay, no vestige of a zoological calling, but rather the authentication of sovereign documents, a lucrative role. After King Henry's passing, the following year, I assumed the mantle of Comptroller of the Royal Mint. Again, nay, yet a sweet task indeed, but also involving debasing our coinage with common metals to balance the ledgers. Legal quibbles arose, but I persevered. Later, I minted the famed Philip and Mary coin in 1554.
Our family, the Godsalves, were mercers, dealers in fine fabrics, cloth of gold and silver, yet my son's official duties left scant time for vulgar commerce.
Beyond Parliament and Norfolk, I delighted in Eltham Palace, where Erasmus and Sir Thomas More graced our company. Margaret, Sir Thomas's favoured daughter, dwelt nearby at Well Hall with her husband William Roper. I am amused that my descendants should have settled nearby. This is the very residence that our family occupied at that time, and it still exists by the bridge over the moat around the palace.
I return, my visage now matured, and the jests laid aside. Let us turn our minds again to Sir Thomas More, who was a steadfast beacon of unwavering faith and stands tall in my esteem. His words, uttered on that fateful July day in 1535, echo yet through the corridors of history.
I die the king's good servant, but God's first.
He was unbending in his opposition to the king's marriage to Anne Boleyn. But my Catholic convictions wavered, and thus I survived 4 monarchs, amassing a fortune in the process.
As court painter, Mistress Anne Boleyn graced my easel, truly a vision of beauty and elegance. My task was to enhance her likeness, though little effort was needed there. Unlike Anne of Cleves, whose portrait nearly led to my undoing, I softened her features, omitting her less appealing traits, such as her black teeth. Alas, when Henry glimpsed her true form, I fled England, my brush stained with deception. Photoshop was as yet unknown even to the jesters and magicians of the time.
Prithee, what folly consumes you both? Gazing at portraits of fair women while our estate languishes. John, attend to your duties.
Nay, Agnes, Hans merely noted the strong resemblance between thee and Anne Boleyn. You are surely twins, he proclaims.
Our son John, headstrong and foolish, thus resembling his father in more than just name, is now drafting demands for the Norfolk rebels. This is treason for sure. Secure his pardon, lest shame befall our name and he comes to languish in a cell in the very prison where you are governor.
I depart, but not ere I have completed my tale. When I was knighted at Edward VI's coronation, I revelled in the pageantry and the minstrels. One Keith Richards was notably a troubadour of great renown who performed there. My father's passing in 1542 left me wealth, and King Henry's largesse bestowed lands and villages once held by the church.
John Godsalve, loyal servant, I grant thee lands in the city of Norwich and counties of Norfolk and Suffolk. Thy legacy is thus secured.
The gift was indeed considerable and included manors, abbeys, and 49 houses in the city of Norwich. Again, it pleases me that some of my descendants should have enjoyed days of rest and recreation on some of these lands, especially the sea breezes of Caister and Yarmouth. I departed this mortal coil at 51, somewhat early by 21st century standards. My dear Agnes preceded me. In 1553, I wed Elizabeth White, kin to the Catholic cause via her father, Henry White, a priest and former vice-chancellor of the University of Oxford. And hark, the gunpowder plot of 1605 awaits its turn in our family chronicles. Fare thee well, may the winds of history carry our tale onward.